not only an NBA-based podcast, we are also dabbling in the dark arts of AFL.
We're very diverse.
Yeah.
We have two sports that we follow.
Yeah, we have two hats in two different rings. And can I say one is heavily biased because all we chat about is NBA. And it's even been called out on the talk, I'm pretty sure.
We did.
Yeah, someone said, "Where's the AFL content?" And I assume that's how he spoke. And I was like, brother, this is more shit that's happening in the NBA. But I stumbled across a video on TikTok that I wanted to show you.
Defensive Player of the Year in the AFL. Why is it not a thing? The umpires are always going to give the Brownlow to a fucking show pony midfielder, and the best forward wins the Coleman medal for kicking the most goals. The backmen get nothing. It's prejudice, and quite frankly, I won't stand for it.
I am so behind this idea from Benry in the booth. It is not even remotely funny.
Detail this to me, because I don't think I know another person on the planet.
Am I jumping too far? Because I'm so bloody passionate about someone in the AFL receiving the DPOY.
I'm all on board. I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
And also, I want to ask Benny, show us your steps from your Apple Watch when you're walking around. How far around your house did you walk? How big is your lounge room?
Yeah, Benry likes to pace in his booth. I can tell you that much for free.
You can see he's an agitated man about this, and I can see why.
And
but
I am
want
too.
you to explain to me, why is fullback the best position in football?
Because it's a passion position. There's nothing better than supporting a bloke that just loves fullback. I don't know. There's an aura around it. Because you hear people, who was it? Dougal Howard.
Doogs.
Who's just moved from Port to St Kilda. And he moved there because he wasn't obviously given a role, but also he wasn't given a role where he wants to play, which is...
The backlines.
The backlines. I mean, who wants to nominate themselves to the backlines?
That's right. Take yourself back to under 10s, Auskick days.
Yeah.
Where do you want to play?
You want to play forward or a ruck or on the ball or something?
You want to play in the guts.
Yeah. If you're willing to sacrifice 20 touches,
any touches,
any touches, only brief moments with the leather, that's a man that I can respect.
Can that lead into I don't know if you're going to vibe with this, but some of my favorite backline defender moments.
Yeah, sure.
So you've got to
piggyback this.
You got to forward pick a big spearhead key forward. You're talking Tom Hawkins. You're talking Charlie Dixon.
Yep.
There's that moment they take a big clunk in the forward line.
Yes.
And they'll do whatever. They put the ball down, mouth guard in the jocks. That's do their.
It's their moment in the sun
It's
when
their
the
routine.
camera's on them. They know they take a little bit longer to do their setup. Matty Lloyd would throw his grass up.
Exactly. My favorite moments are fullbacks where one, they punch the ball into Rose Ed. And then it's just immediately camera cuts them and they're always they're pointing out the zones
They don't care about their moment in the sun.
Or one of these ones. I love when a defender takes an intercept mark and you get the little you got to get back off the mark so you can kick it. You get the little side step with the look up that's it. That's the grand final as a defender where you've got the ball for your third kick of the game and you're looking to just pump it down the line and kick it long.
Kick it long and strong. Thoughts on Jeremy McGovern?
I'm a passionate Port man, so anytime you mention a West Coast player of any name comes up, I just hear is all around me are familiar faces. As I'm sitting in the outer and Luke Shuey is just sending one through, and then Jeremy McGovern sending one through, and I'm just like,
we're out. We're done for the year.
Right, we're going to the woolshed.
Yeah, we're done.
But no, Jeremy,
as a player, because I think there's got to be a differentiation between the fister,
yes,
to the interceptor.
Yeah.
I don't want to play bias, but I'm definitely on the fister. I'm a fister.
You're a fister.
I'm a good lover of the fist.
You're a fister for sure. Whereas I'm on the other side. I'm an interceptor.
Yeah, but it's that's more
Absolutely.
flash.
I know.
You read the play. There's nothing like a good clunk. And that's the reason why, we all know that even Benry in the booth is piggybacking off the late, great Spud Frawley's Golden Fist
segment,
which was something that he tried to do on his television program, The Bounce. But
yep.
It's one of those things that it needs to be recognised actually by the AFL.
I'm on board with this.
Yes.
I've spent my fair share of time in the back lines because I was no good at football.
And you are 6'4".
I'm 6'4" and pretty raw because I was a basketball player growing up.
Just like I'm 6'2" and full of poo.
Can I get in on this club if I'm telling you this, that I'm all aboard the defenders need more respect train, but if I told you that my favourite position in football is a rebounding halfback flanker, does that count?
I'm talking about specifically fullbacks. Because there's not that's more of like a quarterback.
What about
Because
though?
that's like literally, if there's a position that's likened to an NFL quarterback,
A QB,
yeah, it's definitely your rebounding like halfbacker.
a Thomas H. Brady.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a halfback flanker that rotates through the midfield.
Oh, you're talking about Darcy Byrne-Jones.
I'm talking, he goes in the midfield sometimes.
Does he?
Once or twice.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah, no, it is a Darcy Byrne-Jones. This is where I feel like it vibes with this, like, potentially as a defender, but maybe it's too flashy, like taking all the kick-outs and kicking the ball to yourself so you get heaps of kicks, but you only play in the back lines. Can I be part of the Defenders are Cool Club?
I don't know. I'll have to go to the board, which is just me and Bennery in the booth, who's never heard of me before.
He will now.
Yeah, because we'll be making this into a TikTok and tagging him.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so, but I mean I'm talking about the traditional art of mostly the fist. The guys that are happy to just take the Jonathan Browns.
Yeah.
Happy to take the Buddy Franklins.
Yeah.
Happy to take the
Jeremy Cameron.
Jeremy Cameron. Thank you.
Dealing out ear massages,
Yeah.
punching balls.
Correct.
One percenters.
Yeah, just full of that sort of stuff that doesn't mind not getting any touches but only getting fists for the game and laying a few tackles.
Yeah.
And yeah, this whole thing's been around absolutely everywhere, this segment, this quarter, this whatever. But I think it's my moment now to tell you about my favourite player in the AFL. He's a fullback.
So it's not a Dustin Martin.
It's not a Dustin
It's
Martin.
it's not a Nathan Fife.
It's not a Nathaniel Fife. It is a man who plays for my second favourite team in the league.
The Sands.
The Gold Coast Hags. They've got a lot going for them. In the next couple of years.
Which is based heavily around the
Matthew
the
Maharal.
midfield. So tell me about this favourite player.
Let me tell you about a man I like to call Colo. I don't know if anyone calls him that, but Sammy Collins. I mean, if you're watching this and you do know the AFL, you know exactly where I'm going, what piece of footage I'm about to bring up. But I would like to say, and you as my witness know this, that I was an OG Sam Collins guy but when he got to Gold Coast. Like, I didn't know him in Fremantle. I didn't know him at all.
I can vouch for you there. I do remember you sending me a random message one night saying Sam Collins is my favourite AFL player. With no context. Like, the Suns,
And then the next week, everyone jumped on the bandwagon. And I just want to say, Sam, I loved you first, brother. And I'm talking about when they played Richmond.
Whoa.
And the big Sam Colo was on Thomas Lynch.
Yes.
And it was the back and forth of 2020.
It was.
It was up and about. It was up the guts, and it was just so much masculinity boiling about. So much ferocious masculinity.
Testosterone overload.
Oh my God, high test in areas. God, my brain's so faded. I have no idea where I'm going with this. But what I can tell you is that I think even though Sam and his boys lost the game,
Yep.
he won over many hearts. Tom Lynch that day went to punch Sam Collins. Guess who didn't flinch? Sam Collins.
Looking like
Crazy.
a goose there, Tom.
Yeah, you. But then after in the change rooms, you know he bleeds the position. He's a passion position from way back because his anger, his aggression, his outright energy.
He's a young Anakin Skywalker.
Oh my God, did he punch her like a bollard in the change rooms after?
He lets the anger flow through him.
Oh, doesn't he? And he just sat there in the change rooms after his little outburst and just reflected. And I can just get around a man that loves what he does. Absolutely just froths what he does. You know that come hell or high water, he's going to play fullback any day of the week.
Can I throw a cat amongst the pigeons here?
Yes, sir.
I'll ask. So you're questioning here that defenders need more respect.
Correct.
That they don't get any accolades.
Yeah.
There needs to be something Sam Colo Collins can put on the mantelpiece to say, I'm a good AFL player.
Yeah, and it could be a golden fist, but I think it needs to be taken a little bit more seriously.
Did Sam Collins not win?
Okay, shut the shit. Oh, I know where you're about to say.
Did he not win the Suns' Best and Fairest award this year? Was he not recognised as the best player on the Gold Coast Suns?
Yeah, but that's just the all-around best player, sure. But I need a specific league-wide defender award.
Yeah, look, I'll allow it.
Yeah, good. You almost had me. You almost Marshall bloody, whatever his name is on How I Met Mother and lawyered me.
Kaboom! You've been lawyered.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's a terrible reference. What's next? Bazinga!
Bazinga.
Finish it off. Take it home.
Take it home. In conclusion, just like a Year 12 essay, AFL. As me, Cameron, and Matthew, and Benry in the booth. Don't know what his actual name is. Is it Henry? Probably.
It's Benry.
We'd like to recognise the unsung heroes of the AFL. The defenders, the fullbacks, the men that love fisting.
The Fisters.
The fisters. We'd like to recognise the fisters. And all that has to be is one award, just like you give out your encouragement awards for the year. Is there a most improved? There probably is. There's a community sport spirit award.
Yep, Jim Stein's community award.
Yep. Let's just make the Dustin Fletcher Iron Fist, the Bro Fist, the PewDiePie Bro Fist as an award. And Benner in the booth, we support you all the way. Amen.
We salute you.